Today we are talking about CAR T cell therapy. So what is this exactly? CAR T cell therapy is a form of cancer treatment that uses T cells from a patient's own immune system or a healthy donor. These cells are then genetically modified to rally attacks on other cancer cells. CAR T cell therapy is a new type of cancer treatment that is offered through clinical trials and other FDA-approved cell therapy products. It's a key tool that is used to treat hematological malignancies. It was first approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in 2017, so it's still relatively new. It is a type of immunotherapy called adoptive cell therapy. So let's look more into the process. To start, blood samples are taken from the patient or a healthy donor, and they are then genetically modified to express an artificial receptor. So from the blood, T cells are extracted. They are then, after being modified, infused back into the patient. So the receptor that is added on to the T cell is called a chimeric antigen receptor, or CAR. These receptors are added to the surface of T cells. What these receptors do is they function as a type of heat-seeking missile or something similar to a drug dog. So these receptors allow modified T cells to produce chemicals that kill cancer. And after growing millions of CAR T cells later, they are infused through IV in the patient, where they begin multiplying and attacking tumor cells. So, what is a T cell? A T cell is also known as a T lymphocyte. They are a form of white blood cells found in immune systems. So they are a major component of the immune system and have so many important functions, such as killing infected host cells, producing cytokines, as well as regulating immune response. T cells work like soldiers. They search and destroy evil invaders inside the body. This is just a little bit more of an in-depth graphic of how a T cell is made. So from the start, this is a T cell found in our immune system. This CAR receptor is then added on to the surface of the T cell all around, where it forms this new cell. And after successful completion, this new CAR T cell will be able to fight off the bad guys in the body. So this picture is just a CAR T cell that has already been genetically modified, and amongst all these other cells, it can sniff out and seek bad cells, and they will attach and kill them. And here is just a more in-depth evolution of the making of a CAR T cell. So let's talk about common side effects with this therapy. Side effects include liver failure, skin rash, acute kidney injury, cardiomyopathy, arrhythmias, neurological problems, but the most common side effects is cytokine release syndrome, which is also referred to as cytokine storm, and another common side effect is CAR T cell related encephalopathy syndrome, or CRES. So the most common side effect is the cytokine storm. And with this, about 70 to 90 patients experience cytokine release syndrome. It's very short term and usually lasts about 5 to 7 days. Most people would describe it as a severe case of the flu. The reason why most people have this side effect is because T cells are multiplying so rapidly and attacking the cancer cells in the body, which causes an immune response. So with this comes high fever, fatigue, body aches, and chills, which are all very common symptoms of the flu. So CAR T cell related encephalopathy syndrome is also quite short term as well. It usually lasts between 2 to 5 days. So a little bit shorter, but not much shorter than cytokine storm. But unlike cytokine storm, it affects the brain. Patients usually recover from all of the neurological functions, but common symptoms are confusion. Patients are often disoriented. Sometimes they may not be able to speak for those couple of days, but after, the 2 to 5 days, it is completely reversible. So, what type of cancer can CAR T cell therapy treat currently? So, the FDA approved CAR T cell therapy products are used only for patients with adult B cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or childhood acute lymphoblastic leukemia, but it has to be for patients who have already been through 2 unsuccessful standard treatments. What other cancers are being looked at as far as future clinical trials for CAR T cell therapy? So these cancers would include indolent B cell lymphoma, mantle cell lymphoma, multiple myeloma, as well as acute myeloid leukemia. As of right now, most clinical trials are for patients who are 25 and under. It is not limited to that, but that is mostly what is being offered as of right now. The advantages of CAR T cell therapy is that a single infusion usually requires at most 2 weeks of inpatient care and then it's finished. So newly diagnosed non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and childhood leukemia patients usually need about 6 months or more of chemotherapy before doing the CAR T cell therapy. There's also a CAR T cell therapy living drug, and its benefits can last for many years. Since the cells can persist in the body long term, they will still recognize and attack cancer cells if and when there happens to be a relapse. So who is a good patient for CAR T cell therapy? So usually it is, as mentioned before, patients who have acute lymphoblastic leukemia or aggressive adult B-cell lymphoma. And usually for the pediatric acute lymphoblastic leukemia, it's for patients 25 and under. And until late 2017, there was really no standard of care for someone who had already been through 2 lines of treatment and were unsuccessful and had not achieved remission. So CAR T cell therapy comes into play after those 2 unsuccessful treatments. I hope you enjoyed my overview of CAR T cell therapy. Thank you.